The most dangerous predator on Earth doesn't have teeth. It doesn't have claws. It's not the shark, or the lion, or the crocodile. It's smaller than a speck of dust. And right now, there's a 1 in 3 chance it is living inside your brain. It's called Toxoplasma gondii, a single cell, and it has done something no predator, no army, no disease in history has ever managed. It has quietly infected a third of every human being alive, including, quite possibly, you. You'll never feel it. You can't wash it out. Once it's in for life. It slips past the one barrier built to keep your brain safe, buries itself inside your neurons, and begins, very gently, to change you. And it's doing all of it for one reason, a reason that sounds insane until you understand it. This parasite wants you to be eaten by a cat. This is the story of the puppeteer inside your head and how much of you is really still you. To understand what it does to us, you have to see what it does to a rat. A healthy rat is terrified of cats. It's born that way. One whiff of cat urine and it freezes, then runs. Millions of years of evolution screaming a single word: danger. But a rat infected with Toxoplasma does the opposite. It smells the cat, and it walks toward it. Scientists watched infected rats grow calm, curious, almost drawn to the scent of the very thing built to kill them. They called it fatal feline attraction. The parasite had reached into the rat's brain and turned its deepest survival instinct inside out. Fear became attraction, and it did it for one chilling purpose. A rat that loves cats gets eaten by one, which is exactly where the parasite needs to be. Because Toxoplasma has a problem. It can only truly reproduce inside one specific animal, a cat. Everywhere else, in a rat, a bird, a sheep, in you, it's just waiting, stuck in a body that can't take it home. So over millions of years, it evolved a solution almost too sophisticated for a single cell. If it can't reach a cat on its own, it will hijack a creature that can and drive it there. An infected cat sheds the parasite in its feces, not a few, but hundreds of millions of microscopic eggs called oocysts. They soak into soil, water, sandboxes, gardens, and they're almost indestructible, surviving in the ground for more than a year. They're swallowed by rats, by farm animals, by anything that touches contaminated earth. And the cycle turns, but there's another way in, one that leads straight to us. Here's the part that surprises everyone. You're far more likely to get Toxoplasma from your dinner than from your cat. When farm animals graze on infected land, the parasite forms cysts in their muscle, their meat. Eat that meat undercooked, a rare steak, a pink burger, cured sausage, and those cysts wake up inside you. Unwashed vegetables and barehanded gardening do it too. So no, you don't catch it from petting your cat. The real culprits are raw meat and contaminated soil. But however it gets in, it's heading for the same place, your brain. To get there, it has to cross the blood-brain barrier, the body's most heavily guarded wall, built to keep invaders out of your nervous system. Almost nothing gets through. Toxoplasma does it with a trick worthy of a spy. It infects your own immune cells, the very soldiers sent to kill it, and rides them like a Trojan horse straight across the wall and into the brain. Then it stops running. It seals itself inside a microscopic cyst and settles into your neurons, often in the amygdala, the center of fear, and the cortex, the center of thought. And there it stays, quiet, hidden, for the rest of your life. Your immune system knows it's there and cannot get it out, but it isn't only hiding. Inside those cysts, the parasite carries something extraordinary, its own genetic blueprint for making dopamine, the chemical of reward, motivation, desire, one of the most powerful signals in the human brain, and this single cell can manufacture it. In rodents, the more dopamine the parasite produces, the more the animal's behavior shifts. It isn't magic, it's chemistry. The puppeteer isn't pulling strings, it's rewriting the brain's chemical language from the inside. Which raises the question this whole story has been building toward. Does it do the same thing to us? And here I have to be honest with you because this is where the internet usually starts lying. In rats, the mind control is proven. In humans, it is not. We are not rodents. Our brains are far more complex. No scientist can drop you in a maze and watch the parasite steer you. What they can do is look for patterns across millions of people, and the patterns they've found are unsettling. People carrying latent toxoplasma tend to have slightly slower reaction times. They score a little higher on measures of risk-taking. And when researchers pooled dozens of studies together, they found something hard to ignore. Infected people were involved in more traffic accidents. Now, correlation is not causation. Maybe the parasite makes people reckless, or maybe reckless people are simply more likely to eat rare meat and get infected in the first place. The science can't yet say which, but the association keeps appearing, country after country. Then there's personality. Large studies have reported subtle differences between infected and uninfected people, faint shifts in caution, in guilt, in how rule-following someone is, sometimes pointing in opposite directions for men and women. The effects are tiny. You'd never spot them in one person, but spread across a third of humanity. Some scientists quietly wonder whether this single parasite could be leaving a fingerprint on human behavior itself. The honest answer is, we don't fully know. And that uncertainty is exactly what makes it so fascinating. There is one connection researchers take very seriously. For decades, studies have found that people with schizophrenia are more likely to carry toxoplasma than those without it. And some drugs used to treat schizophrenia also strangely slow the parasite down in the lab. This does not mean toxoplasma causes schizophrenia. The vast majority of infected people will never develop any mental illness at all. But the link is strong enough that scientists are still chasing it, asking whether a parasite could play a role in one of the deepest mysteries of the human mind. For almost everyone, a toxoplasma infection is harmless. You'll never even know you had it. But there are two groups for whom it is genuinely dangerous. The first is anyone with a weakened immune system, where a dormant infection can suddenly flare into something life-threatening. And the second is pregnant women. If a woman is infected for the first time during pregnancy, the parasite can cross into her developing baby, causing miscarriage or serious damage to the brain and the eyes. This is the real reason pregnant women are told never to change the cat litter, to cook their meat through, and to wear gloves in the garden. Not superstition, a real and preventable risk. So can you get rid of it? If you already carry the dormant form, no. There is no drug that can reach into your neurons and destroy those cysts. Treatment exists only for active, dangerous infections, not for the silent passenger a third of us are already carrying. Once toxoplasma is in your brain, it is very likely there to stay, which leaves us with one uncomfortable thought. Somewhere in the folds of your brain, there may be a creature that isn't you, one that crossed oceans of evolution, slipped past every defense you have, and made a home in the one place you believed was yours alone. It probably isn't controlling you. It probably isn't changing who you are. Probably, but the next time you make a choice that feels a little out of character, a little more reckless than usual, remember you may not be the only thing living inside your head. If this changed the way you see the invisible world around you, subscribe to the wild instinct, because the most extraordinary stories on Earth are the ones happening inside you.